Welcome to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next. The Alumni podcast where you get to hear the inspiring stories and transformation that DVC has had to offer its alumni. And now, on with the episode.
Okay, all right. So, and we'll call that action. And we are live, and this is the DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next podcast, here for the DVC Alumni Association. And we're actually in a different space today, and I'll explain all that in a minute. We're actually here at CCTV in Martinez, and at the end, we'll give them a little plug. But I also brought my wonderful friend here, Anya Gupta, who is the member of about every club on the campus and actually on our advisory committee. And she has so many ideas and stuff like that. We're going to talk about some of that today. But first, we're going to catch up a little bit. But again, this is a new project. Again, I posted one of these, something a little bit different a while ago, and we were talking about that with Burke's Beans. So we're going to give this a whirl and see if we like it. So, Anya, welcome.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm happy to be here today.
Oh, come on. You don't need to be that formal. Come on. It's just us girls. So come on. So Anya has gotten to be what I consider a good friend. And she's, I think I'm going to miss her when she goes off to Haas Business School and goes off and rules the world. But in the meantime, let's back up a little bit. So we did this, it was about 8 months ago originally, wasn't it? Something like that?
8 months ago.
Maybe it wasn't quite a year ago.
Sometime in the beginning of the year. I'm not sure exactly what month, but yeah.
Sure. And since then, you had the whole semester, you had the summer, you were doing a ton of stuff. Catch us up on what's been going on.
Ooh.
And then we'll get the KNF TV going. So we'll get to that.
All right, perfect. So aside from that, what have I been doing? Okay, so academically, I took a lot of courses in the summer.
I know, you gave me a headache. So how many units did you take during the summer?
I think, oh my gosh, I think 20.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
Oh my gosh.
It might have been a little less, like 18 or 19.
Oh, only 18 or 19.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it. It's not like it's 20.
Oh, yeah. And
but yeah, no, I took a lot of courses.
Oh my gosh.
It was really hard, but I got really disciplined in the summer. I would travel to Martinez Law Library every single day because that's the only one that opens at 8 a.m. in the county. And then I would go there, stay until 4 p.m. or like 4:30 time that they close. Then I'd come home and then I'd have my life. So it was definitely a very academic summer, but I think that was a good thing though, because it's like before that, my like study habits were not that strong, but now I'm able to like, lock in, I guess what they say, I'm able to actually study and like put my mind to it when I want to. So.
Man. So I know also one of the things that we were talking about before the camera started is you have this dance discipline that you're doing. So talk a little bit about what's going on with that.
Yeah. Okay. So I do this dance called Kathak. It's an Indian classical dance. I've been doing it since I was, as I told you already, since I was like 5 years old. So it's kind of been like with me my whole life. Honestly, like if I'm being completely honest, when I was younger, I didn't love it because it took a lot of discipline, took a lot of long hours every single week, every single Sunday for like 2 to 3 hours. I've been going to practice, and it's not an easy dance. It's like a mix of tap dance and ballet, which are I don't know how to exactly describe it. There's like some terms for it in like Hindi, but anyway, so it was a very hard dance to learn, but over the years I've gotten better at it. And now I'm going to get my bachelor's in music soon, bachelor's in art, I guess. So I'm very excited for that. But it took a lot of hard work over the years, and I'll finally be done either this year or like in spring next year. So yeah.
And recently I introduced you to my good friend Sabrina Beisner, and you guys hit it way off on that. And so tell us about that.
Oh, Sabrina, oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's so kind. I look up to her so much. She's been through the things that I'm doing right now, and she's just such a model and person that I can look up to. Like I see her as like a role model. Like I asked her for advice. She gave me insane advice, things that I never even knew before, like simple things about how to spend my time, what I should be doing right now, even things about how she's starting her own business right now, like the things that she's gone through, her struggles, and like how we can work together as well. And I think it's just so amazing, because she like thinks the same way as me, I guess, and we just really connected thanks to you, thanks to the connection. So thanks, Charlie.
So one of the things that I've always admired a great deal about you is that you're very eager to create connections. And most people talk about networking, and it's like I even have a little thing I do where it's like I tell people I hate networking. I hate going to a thing cold.
Mhm.
I'll even bring my wife with me because she's like, oh my God, that's so much fun. And it's like, so I have to have at least one enthusiasm friend to go with. But you seem to really fall in love with it. I mean, it's like for you, it's like this grand adventure every time you do it. So where did that come from?
So last time I was on this podcast with you, thank you for that. I talked to you a little bit about how I've been to 13 schools.
Mhm.
I guess 14 now if you count DVC and the school that I transferred to. But anyway, so like since I've been to so many schools, I think even before I knew that the like term networking existed, I was always networking. Like my whole life, it's been making new friends. Like it's been constantly, trying to meet new people and trying to like keep myself like, I guess in a way you could say above water, because it was like whenever I would move schools, I'm the new kid, right? And then at that point, I have two decisions. Either I can put myself out there, force myself to make friends no matter how anxious and nervous I am, fake it till you make it, right? It's either that or it's just like be a loner kind of. And as an extroverted person, I was never able to go that route, right?
Okay.
You know that I'm not.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you don't strike me as an introvert. But anyways.
Yeah, that's my brother, not me.
Oh, okay. Really? Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, my brother, he's like the complete opposite of me.
Okay.
He's
So
such an amazing
I've
guy.
not met your mom yet, but it's like I've
Mhm.
met your dad, and it's like you strike me more like him.
Oh yeah, no. So
Okay.
it's like my dad and I are very, very extroverted. We love talking to people. We love like just everything related to talking. My mom, she's also pretty. Actually, she's a dentist, so she's pretty talkative as well. She has lots of patience. She's amazing. And then my brother, he's also. I mean, he talks, when he has to, but
Okay.
but he's very introverted compared to me. So
Yeah. So you've been to a lot of different networking stuff, and it's like, tell us a story about when you went recently to a networking thing, because you have this ability to kind of walk in the room and just kind of like start snatching people out of the air and going, hey, let me tell you about this.
Mhm.
So
So, okay, first of all, you're the one that gave me that skill.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm not even kidding. You've been like one of the biggest mentors in my
Well,
life
thank
this
you.
year. Like, the first networking event that I ever attended was, or I mean, the first like time I ever did like a networking even workshop was when you came to Mrs. Worsham's Intro to Business class.
Okay.
I didn't even know what networking was before that. Like, in all transparency,
Mhm.
like you're the one who brought me into this whole networking thing,
Okay.
which has like, helped me build my connections so much. Because I think before this, like last year, I was doing a lot of networking without realizing it. As you said, I've kind of been like creating connections my whole life.
Mhm.
But that time it was a lot with like friends and, friendships and like just like for fun. And I would not call it a waste of time. Definitely like made some amazing friends. But also it didn't help me really grow like personally or, professionally either. And this year, because of the connections and networking that you've taught me, and, like you've taught, that's kind of what you do, like you do networking. You're amazing at it. Because of all of that, I feel like now I'm able to also like professionally like network with people. And I didn't even answer your question, sorry.
Well, no, it's like, no, thank you. And actually, this is not for me to pat myself because I had forgotten that that's where I met you. And it's just, I
Yeah.
just think because you're so bright and shiny, it's just like, I was like, oh, wow. And you come with a lot of nerve. And I mean that in a really good way. So, and you're exactly telling the story that I love to hear about networking, because the thing, being intentional, I guess that's what it was. I was talking to somebody, I can't remember what it was. I think it was Tiffany Rowe, and she was talking about being very intentional about what you do. No, it was Miley Colmer, which I got to introduce you to. She's an amazing networker, and she's very, very connected to a million people in this area. But again, she talks about being very intentional with what she does, and you've gone from just making friends to being very intentional in what you do, and that's actually a big step. And it makes it, and you're really young in your career, so it's not like you're. Some people are 25 or 30 or sometimes 35 before they start doing that. So it's like, congratulations on that. And you're only going to get better at it. Not that you are not great at it now. So one of the things, and this is where I think your networking skills have really paid off, and I think a lot of it is because you have natural networking skills. So we're going to talk a little bit about KFN.
Okay.
Okay. So give a short synopsis of the kind of the overall Reader's Digest version of what KFN is. And then let's talk about how you got into some of these interviews you've been doing lately.
Okay.
No, the first part. What's KFN?
Okay, I'll try and be as short
Concise.
and concise as possible.
Okay.
So KFN is, as of like September 2025, a place where I interview professionals in order to share a unique perspective that only people that are actually in the career can share. And the reason that I do this is mainly for students, because right now students are in that point in their career where, we're not sure what we want to do, even if we have like a set path, like we're going to go to like med school to be a nurse or doctor or whatever. Even if we do that, it's like we're not 100% sure we're going down the right path. You can never be 100% sure, unless like, I don't know, unless you were born into royalty, but that's not the case for most of us.
Yeah, I don't think that works here in the United States, but anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So I think like, oh my God, I'm like kind of blanking out. But anyway, so yeah, basically I think it's like a way to help educate students and share that unique perspective, because I feel like I don't have that right now. So I like talked with a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know, a lot of students especially don't have that either. So by doing these interviews, when I did my first one with Greg Berkowitz, who we were talking about earlier, a lot of people watched it and they were like, cool, I didn't know how coffee was made. I didn't know like, about what it's actually like being the owner of a coffee place. So I was like, hey, I should continue doing this, especially for like careers that students want to like know more about essentially.
So yeah, and that's actually amazing. And Greg Berkowitz, I actually did that particular segment. That's where we had Kiara DeGroin and Greg Berkowitz do the interview, and that was because Kiara had actually she's a DVC alum, and she had gone off to UC Davis, showed up, and on like day 3 had gotten invited to be part of the coffee program. And because they have a specific coffee education program, talks about, all the things that go with coffee, and then got invited to go to Europe to this big coffee festival. So, but it was interesting because I had never done anything like that. So I had no idea. And it turned out really, really well. I was really happy with that. And Greg's an amazing guy. He's a really, really, go to Burke's Beans, even though I'm going to give him a plug. So go to Burke's Beans. Check them out. So,
oh yeah, his coffee is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Have you interviewed him yet?
I have. He was my first interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I got to actually catch up on your stuff. I feel like a schlub now. It's like you're stalking my stuff and I'm not stalking yours. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
So okay. So before that, it was a different channel that you had going. So, but since then, so this is the part that, so you interviewed Greg because you probably were bold enough to go up and knock on his door or give him a call, right? So how did you get Greg to agree to be on your channel?
Okay. I know. Okay, so this is actually, again, funny story. So as I mentioned earlier, I met you, Charlie, through Mrs. Worsham's Intro to Business class when you came to give a presentation. So Greg did the same thing.
Yes.
He also gave a presentation.
Yes.
And that's when I met him as well. And I think I got his contact information, or I asked in person. I honestly don't remember, but I asked like, hey, can I interview you? I'm just starting out this thing. He was very supportive. He was like, hell yeah. So we did the interview. It turned out pretty nice, and that led to the East Bay Times feature. And then
Wait, the what?
The East Bay Times feature.
Okay. See, now I feel really bad. I'm not keeping up on stuff. So you got featured? Was it you got featured?
Greg and I actually both. We were on the front headlines on the front page in like the paper newspaper, and so many people locally were like, hey, Anya, like this is so cool. And it was crazy because like people that I haven't talked to in a long time, like at my previous schools in the area, they reached out to me saying like, Anya, I saw you on the headlines. This is so cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, you saw me? Like I'm actually like in the newspaper, like legitimately. So it was pretty exciting.
Now I feel even worse because it's like, oh my gosh, I missed it. No, that's a very exciting. It is usually something horrible's got to happen to be in the paper, but it's like you were above the fold. So it's just like, that's a very cool thing. I can't believe that.
That's very true. There's a lot more negative things than positive in the newspaper. I just realized now that you mention it.
Well, no, it's like usually something awful happens or something, but this a really good story, which that is a really good story, is just like, hey, I mean, Greg's he's got a wonderful business model that he's figured out how to make it work. I mean, from cooking beans in a little toaster oven in his garage to now he's got an actual thriving business. And plus the space is awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
It's amazing over there.
And well, and the thing I like about that is you had, again, the nerve to go up and hey, it's let's do this thing, and this is what I'm doing.
Honestly, when I started off doing these interviews, when he was my first interview, I was so nervous to go up to him, and he knows he's a very kind guy, but I wasn't very prepared, I just had my tripod. I didn't really know what I was doing. I had 2 microphones that I've never used that one of my former mentors gave me, and I was just like, you know what, let's do this. And he was so kind. It took 3 tries. We had to retake it. I wasn't recording the first time. But, it worked out. It worked out. And then I feel as I continued to progress in my interviews, I just started to, get better. It just comes naturally, right? Yeah. You learn from experiences and make mistakes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I feel I'm really proud of how much I've, been able to grow. And it's obviously I'm not an expert or anything, but I think I've definitely gotten better, and I'm very proud of myself for that.
Well, the last thing that I saw that you did, and it's probably not the last thing you've done, but the kind of one I caught. See, now I'm going to have to go home. I'm going to have to go stalk your stuff to go find the Greg one and call Greg and thank him for being kind enough to do that. And he's a great guy. But again, you have the courage that, in spite of how it's no, I'm going to go do this. And that is to be absolutely, you should definitely take a hold of that and kind of carry that through. You did an interview with the mayor of Walnut Creek. You looked very prepared. You had your questions, unlike what we're doing today, which is how we actually do better anyways. But so what are some of the interviews you've done between Greg and the mayor of Walnut Creek?
Okay. So there was a surgeon at Kaiser. She was actually my surgeon, which was really funny.
Okay.
In February, right after I did the interview with Greg, I had a surgery because couldn't breathe through my nose, but I'm perfectly fine now.
Yeah.
But I had that, and I was like, can I interview you? And again, she was very supportive. She was like, hell yeah. So I interviewed her. Then after doing the surgeon at Kaiser, I did a cybersecurity strategist. He is, I'm completely blanking out. And I'm pretty sure his name was Matthew. He's a very good guy. So I made short form interviews for some time, and it was pretty nice. And after that, again, I'm blanking out, but I did a lawyer and attorney, estate planning attorney, Christina Park. She's amazing. She's one of the sweetest people. She's the one who gave me the microphones I just talked about.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me my first mini mics. So yeah, her. And then I did the CEO of John Muir Health, which was very exciting. That was, I volunteered at John Muir, and then I had the opportunity to meet him one time, and then I did what I do, tried my best, put myself out there. It worked out pretty well, and yeah, we did the interview. And then I did the mayor of Walnut Creek, and then my most recent interview was the general manager at Mercedes-Benz. So that was only a few days ago, so it's not up yet, but yeah.
Well, and it's the thing I looked at with see, I'm definitely going to go back and go hunt those down, because you getting the CEO of John Muir Health, it's it's not like you got Bob from the corner gas station, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But again, you do have to have that courage to go up and ask, because the worst thing that can happen, they say, well, I can't, but that's where I think you should take some credit for your networking skills, is because, and I almost hate to call it networking. It's just like looking for new friends.
Yeah.
New friends and connections. I think that's what I'm going to start calling it. I'm going to give you credit for that on my next time I do the class. I'll say, Anya Gupta, I came up with this. But the fact that you go hunt those things down, you seem to be thirsty for that next ask and to really fulfill that. So tell me about the process you used to prepare because some of the questions you had were very thoughtful that you used with the mayor of Walnut Creek.
Mm-hmm.
So talk a little bit about that process and some of the questions you came up with.
So as I said earlier, the big reason why I'm doing this is because I want to be able to learn from professionals, and I want to share that education on camera with a lot of students around Bay Area, not just me. By the way, anyone can learn though. But the focus is students right now. But a big reason why I choose those questions specifically is because I ask friends. I ask them, hey, what do you guys want me to ask? They'll tell me those. So I'll say, okay, I'll ask those. And that's something that people actually want to learn. So there's demand or whatever. Sorry, just took a microeconomics class.
Okay.
But I keep talking in terms like supply and demand and all of that. Anyway, so yeah, there's either people want to hear those questions, or it's something that I've wanted to hear for a long time. So I kind of just sit down. I have this notebook that I got from DC, and I love it. So I I treasure it. So I just write down all of my interview questions there, and then I have that prepared. And then whatever's on that paper, I just use it during the interview and kind of just pray it goes well. I just try my best, and then works out pretty well. Also, what you were saying about like the networking thing, my first networking event actually wasn't until a few months after I met you, which is pretty crazy because I guess I went to one in DVC, but it wasn't called a networking event, but it basically worked as networking. That's where I met Chris also. But anyway, so that's another story again. But so my first networking event was the Bloomberg Future Bloomberg Investor Conference. It was pretty amazing. I was the only kid there. I wasn't supposed to come in the first place, but I got in, and because I didn't realize that it was only 21 plus because there was a bar, but I got in, and when I did, I was able to meet Lisa Salvi, who was the managing director at Charles Schwab, and I got to talk with her for a bit. I told her about how I'm learning finance right now, how I'm very passionate about this, and that's the first time that I actually put myself out there at a networking event, and then I got an interview with her, and now she's my mentor. So that was like probably the most exciting,
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's just, this is, by the way, folks, this is the story of Anya and everything she does. She just kind of walks up and starts telling people what she wants to do and why they're important to them, which I think is amazing. So she's the CEO? Or
she's the managing director.
Oh, managing director Charles Schwab. So she's not
of advisory services.
Okay, so she's not like Bob on the corner.
No,
Okay.
not at all. No,
Okay.
She's very well respected. She's worked very hard to get to the role she's at today, and she manages lots and lots of people. She's a leader. She's just such an icon. She's someone I look up to so much. And she's out there on my channel if you guys want to watch the interview.
Well, we'll look a link to all these things on your thing. So. And you definitely got to tell Chris about her and get them two connected because he's got that club going. Then recently you have become part of a club. So we're getting back into now we're kind of moving back into DVC. So you became now you're only taking 109 units or something. Or what are you taking here in the fall? How many units?
21.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh, I'm surprised you have any time at all. But you figure it out. You got So, and then you're also in several clubs. Tell us which clubs you're in, and we'll get to the one that I'm involved with last. Okay. Yeah.
So right now, clubs are still starting off, and I'm making a lot of new friends, in DVC because my classes are just starting off, meeting new people. So the clubs that I join will be very much dependent upon the people that are in them. So I'm a senator for DVC. I recently joined, so that's definitely like something that I'm doing on campus. I'm also planning on joining Women in Business because I've heard it's such an amazing club.
Yeah, Leela's great. Leela's great. Leela Foster. And I think Mackenzie is also part of that. And
I'm not sure. I know Layla for sure. Yeah. She's the president, CEO. Yeah, she's so amazing. I think we met because of you again.
Maybe.
So she's so amazing. So definitely probably going to join that club. And then also PBL Business Club, probably going to join that as well. And then also, is it Jim Blair?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So he's the advisor for the Legal Scholars Club, right?
That's a brand new club.
Yeah. So he was telling me about it at a networking event a few weeks ago. I think I might have told you. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I met him and he said that they're looking for more executives or officers. So I'm definitely gonna try and get into that club because Legal Scholars Club, that sounds pretty exciting. I would totally join.
Well, that is a brand new club. He's become an advisor to, and he's actually very excited about that. Mm-hmm. He doesn't get excited about much these days, but it's like them. For him, it's them and the Student Veterans Club. That's because he's a vet, and so that's very important. So again, he's an attorney and a veteran, and so these are like two things that are near and dear to his heart. So it's and then the last thing, and this is a surprise because I've been at DVC for 2 years, and you gave me a call. You says, "Oh my gosh, Charley, we looked everywhere. You're a member of the marketing club," and it's like we need an advisor. And I'm like, well, I'll give it a whirl. So we'll find out what that's like. So it'll be. Oh, yeah. And I'm actually very, very excited because I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Miriam Worsham is very excited about it, too. So she's pretty excited. So it'll be a lot of fun moving forward. When is our first meeting?
Our first meeting is on the 23rd of September.
Okay.
3:30 to 4:30 Tuesdays, if anyone wants to show up.
Okay. Send me a calendar notice, please.
Of course.
Yes.
I'll let you know.
And then, and where are we meeting at?
The location is not decided yet. We still need to find a location. Last semester, it was done, I'm pretty sure, at MA 107 or 101.
Oh, we'll find a spot.
Math building. So, yeah,
Okay.
probably going to be there again. Not really sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. You'll let me know.
Yeah, 100%. I will.
Okay, and I'm actually really excited about this. I've never been an advisor to a student club, so this is a new experience for me.
Oh, it'll be very, very exciting. I think I've already told you a little bit, but we'll be doing lots of collaborations with local businesses.
Mhm.
We'll have panelist events with different people. The marketing director of Mercedes-Benz has already shown interest in coming, and then
Okay.
yeah. So
All right, we're gonna talk off camera because you're better connected than I am to all these things. So it's like, and this isn't me being jealous. This is me going, oh my gosh, you need to help me. So, no, this is who you are, and this is the thing that I think is very exciting. So regardless of what you decide to do, whether it's become president of the United States or become attorney for whatever or whatever you decide to do, you're going to be great at it. So as we move forward, that I'm actually very excited about that. And when we wrap up the academic year, because you'll be heading off to Haas Business School, whether you think so or not, I think that's a high likelihood. That's my one prediction, is that you'll be accepted because you got so many things going.
I really hope so. Gonna try my best.
Yeah, and but we'll have to kind of wrap up the year for that, and because you're gonna have to go off and you'll be doing other things. But once in a while, you'll come by and say hi. So
I'll definitely stop by. I'll always be a DVC alumni.
Yes. Well, and thank you. We're very excited about that. So let's talk a little bit about more kind of what we're kind of looking at, because we've just started talking about KFN and DVC alumni and kind of like some of the co-branding things we can do and some of the exciting things we can do for networking. So you sent me a long text, which is again is like, I think we ended a conversation and 3 minutes later I get this like 3 pages of text of like, we could do this and this and this. So run down a little bit about what you're doing, because I really like the idea of what you have. So we have, let me back up a little bit. We have alumni and KFN and local business community mixer that we're going to be doing, kind of networking event that we're going to be doing October 21st. Isn't that what I said it was?
Yes.
Yes, from 4 to 6 at DVC in the Diablo Room. And you had some great ideas on this, because it's like I just kind of like put it on there as a calendar thing. And I mentioned it to Anna because I had wanted to get her involved. And tell me about some of your ideas.
Okay, so for one, we don't want to make it too complicated, and this is like kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. I'm good at making things complicated.
Mhm.
I'm good at like organizing stuff, but at the same time, it can get like a lot very quickly. So I think like we should first just start off, pretty simple. This should be solely, as we've talked about, a networking event for students to be able to like dip their feet in the water. I don't think that's the right metaphor, but you get the point.
I think it is.
Okay,
Dip their toe in the water. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So I think definitely it should be something where students can feel, like they're welcome, and we can we'll definitely have a few alumni, to come.
More than a few.
Okay, more than a few. That's
Yes.
good. We'll have alumni then,
Yes.
to come and talk and share, their experiences with students, and then even students can. I think even students will be able to share something, more about kind of what they're doing. And I don't want to put anyone on the spot, so we probably will not do a panel event. What are you thinking?
I don't think we can do a panel event. I'm thinking we make it mostly about the networking, and then what we can do is you and I, or maybe we'll get a third or fourth person coming through and doing like a man on the street type thing, where it's just like, I like doing those. Hey, you're at this event, what's going on? I did that for, I've done that for a few things, and I really kind of like the way it came out, because it's
nice.
Yeah, it's just real, folksy. It's like, tell me what you got going on. Why are you here? Stuff like that. So I think we can do that, and make it mostly about that part of it. Now here's the part where you're going to get super excited, and then you're going to have to deal with other people on this too. Is in the spring, in March 19th, we actually have a mixer it'll be with the Concord Chamber, and at this point, tentatively the Pleasant Hill Chamber too, at DVC, and that's where we'll look at reserving the bistro downstairs. And so that'll be, I still got to put that on the books, but that would be a very exciting one, because
100%. That will be a very, very exciting mixer, because it'll be something big where, everyone will come to, and it'll be like we have the power to, like control how it goes. Like we can add different events, like essentially shape their experience, shape every single person that's coming, like how they like what they get out of this experience. So I definitely think it will be very exciting, and we're 100% doing a panelist event here. I'm sorry, we need to.
Excuse me. Well, we'll arm wrestle over that later, and
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
and I'll
works
probably
for
end up
me.
losing, but we'll see. So, sorry about that. So, yeah. So, excuse me.
No worries.
So moving forward, I mean, what do you got going for this fall? We have the two things that we got going on. We have football on the 20th of this month.
Mhm.
And this, by the way, the try is going to have this come out this Tuesday. So this
Okay.
is Friday right now. And so the try is going to have it out Tuesday. So that'll be before the football event. And since everybody loves Anya, so it's just like, it'll get out there quite a bit, which will be exciting. I don't guarantee that this will be on the front page of the Times, but it's we'll do the best to at least get out there to the rest of the world.
Yeah, 100%.
So what else you got going? So who are some of the other interviews you got going for KFN?
Ooh, the other interviews, Sue Nowak, the mayor of Pleasant Hill, has shown interest. Anna, actually, she's
Mhm.
helping with that
They've been friends
connection.
for a while.
Yeah, so I really appreciate that. I also reached out to Sue, like, previously a few months ago, but she's a very busy, obviously, she's a mayor, right? So,
She is an absolutely amazing person. She's a very, very she's got I happen to greatly admire her. I think she's a wonderful person. Her dad, and I'm trying to remember, I think her dad was a federal judge.
no way.
So yeah, so you got to look it up, or at least somehow find out through the grapevine and get her to tell about that. But it's like, yeah, she's really an advocate for the community in Pleasant Hill, and I think the Pleasant Hill is very lucky to have her.
Mhm.
So
That's amazing. Yeah, no, I will definitely be talking about, like, everything she's doing, I wanna, like, out of these interviews, one of the big things is I wanna understand what kind of person they are, because success does not just come by doing things. It comes with the person that you are, because the actions that you take are based upon the person that you are and the experiences that have shaped who you are. So I think that's definitely something that, I want to be able to, like, get out of the interview with her, because I think that that's something so many students can learn from.
mhm.
And yeah, I think Sue's, like, just from what I've heard about her, especially now that you've also said that, I think she's so amazing, and we haven't even met yet, so it's gonna be so exciting for sure.
Yeah, she is really something, and like I
Mhm.
said, I really think that the Pleasant Hill community is very fortunate to have her
Mhm.
as an advocate for them. So who else? You got anybody else fun lined up yet?
Do I have anyone else lined up? The
Or
mayor of Campbell said yes, and then also there's this guy called his name's Chris also, and he's the founder of Kingmakers of Oakland. They're a nonprofit in Oakland where they all make music. It's it's like a student organization kind of, and lots of students make music. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to say any misinformation, but yeah, that will be a very exciting interview as well. It'll be likely next week or the week after.
okay. So where can people find KFN besides in the link in this particular in the thing? So
Yeah, of course. So we are currently on Instagram, and we are also on YouTube. Our main platform is on YouTube right now, where we do long form interviews. And then we recently did start on TikTok as well, but that's still kind of building up. So it's called Key Future Network, like Key Future Network. It's because when I was younger, I started it as a news channel, and it was called Kids Friendly News. Yes, it was called that. I used to, like, hide the channel from everyone. I literally would make videos for fun because I just wanted to be a news reporter when I was older. I started when I was 5, but I regret it. I deleted almost all my videos from the time that, like, I was 5 until 10. So you can, if you scroll, like, way back, which I'm not advising on that, you would be able to see
Hey.
videos from when I was, like, 10 years old, like little me making news videos. But as I, got older, as, like, the East Bay Times feature happened and everything, I decided to shift this a little bit to Key Future Network and actually build a brand that can make an impact out there, that can do advocacy work. So
okay.
yeah.
Well, and that's exciting. And I mean, again, it's like I was really impressed by the interview you did with the mayor of Walnut Creek. So I'm going to
Thank
have to
you.
hunt down yours. I may even hunt down the other stuff. So who knows? Just for fun, and not to make, but I think it's sometimes important to see kind of how far your craft has evolved. I mean, for one, you've grown up. The other two is you've got more experience, and so it's just and just kind of like seeing what evolution is I think really important. But it's I'm always impressed as always. We are also, I'm going to say this and then we'll get ready to sign off here.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested in getting in touch with Contra Costa Television, which we'll see how this turns out, but I have a feeling it's going to be great. I want to come back here and do some more. So, and we'll see about getting yours set up to come in here and do some more. So this is actually a pretty cool space. You get a hold of Contra Costa Television at www.contracostatv.org. And check them out. They've got tons and tons. This is community access TV, and so there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of growth. But it's not Wayne's World community access TV. This is actual stuff. So there's a lot of wonderful things that they're doing here. And you can find Anya at what's your channel? Your KFN.
Key Future Network. It's called KFN. Key like KEY Future, and then Network like NETWORK. We're on YouTube and we're also on Instagram right now. So. And you can also find me on my LinkedIn, Anya Gupta, if that helps.
And she's connected to me. I'm Charley Daly, and I'm the alumni manager here at DVC.
He's amazing.
Well, and if you want really good coffee, go to Burke's Beans. I'll let him know we did a shout out.
Greg's also amazing.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in all the way in here.
Thank you, Charley.
Oh, by the way, is your dad waiting out in the parking lot?
Yes.
Oh, we should have had him come in and at least say hi to everybody.
Okay.
So let's wave. We'll say bye-bye. And thank you very much. And we'll do this again in the near future.
Thanks for having me, Charley.
Absolutely.
Thank you for tuning in to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next, the podcast for the DVC Alumni Association. You can contact us at alumni@dvc.edu with any comments, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe to our podcast.